who doesn't have nuclear power should buy a giant who does. This is the unspoken motto of the Arab world today. It's not only Saudi Arabia that flaunts Pakistan's nuclear umbrella to intimidate its rivals, nor Egypt alone that may lean on the nuclear bear or dragon to balance the scales with those flexing Dimona muscles. Here on Arab soil, the land of perpetual conflict, every nation seeks a shield, an umbrella, a weapon that restores balance. For decades, Israel stood alone with its hidden strength, a secret yet known power. Its Dimona reactor guarded by global silence. But the world has changed, and so have the Arabs. They no longer wait for permission. They no longer accept that nuclear might should remain the privilege of Israel or Iran. Instead, they seek alternatives, unconventional alliances, nuclear strength without reactors. The idea sounds shocking, but it's already taking shape. Saudi Arabia has signed a joint defense pact with Pakistan, an agreement that includes nuclear cooperation. Pakistan's nukes are ready on the table. No enrichment, no construction, no waiting. Just a signature, and the nuclear umbrella opens. Egypt too is moving. At the IAEA, it raised the issue of the Middle East and introduced a resolution demanding that all nuclear facilities come under inspection. The message: pressure Israel and pave the road for broader options. Options that could mean hosting. Meanwhile, Algeria looks toward Russia and China, Morocco toward the US, and the Gulf balances between Washington, Beijing, and Moscow. A new era is being drawn, one where the power lies not only with those who own nukes, but those who know how to host them. And this journey will break the map apart. How Egypt boxes in Israel without a bomb, how Saudi Arabia readies deterrence through Pakistan, and who among the Arabs joins the race for nuclear umbrellas. Let's begin with Egypt, rising, assertive, not content with deploying its forces and equipment in Sinai before Israel's eyes, but confronting it with words as well. In Vienna, inside the IAEA halls, a resolution was raised. No discrimination, every facility under one inspection regime, even Dimona. A simple line, but one that shakes the balance, because the message isn't just technical, it's political. It's a call to challenge decades of silence. The meaning is clear. The international resolution gives moral and political cover. 120 countries nodding in approval, a global legitimacy that now obliges Israel. But what good is a resolution if the hidden truths remain locked away? Here, the calculations begin to shift. First comes diplomatic pressure. Long hours of statements, documents, and appeals meant to show that the current status quo is unacceptable. Second, the umbrella. External pacts that grant guarantees. You might not build the bomb, but you know a friendly hand is holding it. It's a quiet form of power, invisible but real. Third, hosting. When your soil becomes a platform, not for manufacturing bombs, but for positioning them, for launching capability under the eye of an ally, the game changes completely. Those who think power is measured only in reactors are mistaken. The map is moving. Satellite images, new buildings, sensitive zones, signs and signals interpreted in Cairo's command rooms. Egypt reads them and responds, politically, legally, militarily, as the moment demands. The outcome? A flexible deterrent, multi-layered defense, because Israel soon won't be alone in the nuclear sky. But such transformation is never without risk. Each move carries misjudgment. Each deal holds the change of escalation. Each umbrella could be misread and lead to miscalculation. Of course, Egypt knows this. It weighs each step and prepares, and when words no longer shape the game, Cairo will. If the rules won't change, we will change them, Egypt seems to say. And so Egypt will host, not as a manufacturer, but as a platform, politically, militarily, through understanding and coordination. First, the Pakistani umbrella, Islamabad, says its doors are open, and Riyadh is only the beginning. What we have will be available to Saudi Arabia, declared Pakistan's defense minister, a single line that sent shockwaves across the region. The meaning? Nuclear deterrence within a defense alliance, a mutual shield, a shared trigger, possibly including quick deployment or limiting positioning under the Pakistani control. Second, the Russian option. Moscow, the traditional player, offers equipment and influence. The arrangement could mirror Cold War patterns, hosting or joint oversight under Russian cooperation. In return, Russia gains political and military leverage in the Mediterranean. Egypt gains deterrence. Israel faces a new reality in its neighborhood. Third, the Chinese path. Beijing builds infrastructure. For a price, political and economic, here the potential is not direct nuclear sharing but logistical, missile, or satellite cooperation. Integrated capabilities that change the equation. China doesn't export nukes, but it opens doors for those who can host the tools of deterrence. The result? Egypt's playbook widens. Every choice carries value. Every value redraws the map for dominance. And no secret lasts forever, but clever arrangements restore balance. As for Saudi Arabia, it moved first, because time waits for no one and the region burns. From Islamabad came the announcement, a defense pact covering everything, even the nuclear dimension. The Pakistani defense minister said it plainly. What we have will be available to Saudi Arabia. One sentence, enough to alarm the world. The meaning? Nuclear deterrence, without a reactor, without enrichment, without waiting years. Everyone knows Pakistan is a full nuclear power. With ballistic missiles, tactical and strategic warheads, and proven deterrence. Saudi Arabia, with its vast lands, political weight, and deep pockets, is the perfect host. The deal resembles NATO's nuclear sharing model. An attack on Riyadh is an attack on both. Only this time, the shield is nuclear. And this isn't new. Military cooperation between the two nations has lasted decades. Joint training, permanent deployments, but now it's official, and nuclear. If Saudi Arabia chooses to host, missiles will be stationed, bases secured, weapons under joint control. The message? Riyadh is not defenseless. If Washington refuses reactors, Islamabad offers them the umbrella. No restrictions attached. In recent years, Saudi Arabia tried to build its nuclear program through the US, but Washington demanded peace with Israel first. It then sought deals with Western, Russian, and Chinese firms, only to face delay after delay. Now with Pakistan, the shortcut is open. No years, no red tape. The nukes already exist. That's what unsettles Israel and confuses Washington. They know, if Riyadh doesn't get the reactor, it will take the umbrella. Deep in the desert where the projects of the century rise, a new kind of project could too. Not civilian, but strategic. Not a dream, but a ready option. The Saudi bomb may not be built, but it's already available. And what about the rest of the Arab world? Egypt and Saudi Arabia are not alone. Algeria looks east to Moscow and Beijing, the old allies renewed. Morocco glances west toward Washington and Paris, building on old security ties and fresh arms deals. The Gulf walks a middle path, rooted in Washington, branching toward Beijing and Moscow. Nuclear umbrellas become bargaining chips, tools of influence, pressure, and protection. The map moves again. Every Arab capital searching for a cover that matches its size. Those with wealth go east, those with loyalty go west, and those with daring reach out to Islamabad. The formula is simple. Not every nation must build the bomb. Some can buy the shadow of one, or host it, or ally with those who already hold it. The picture is clear. The Arab world is no longer a silent block. It's a mosaic of nuclear umbrellas, each reflecting another. The final sentence writes itself. Those who don't build a reactor will build an alliance. Those who don't own a bomb will find someone who can place one above their skies. The Middle East is changing. Not just its oil or gas maps, but its deterrence map. Israel no longer stands alone. Absolute dominance is cracking. The new balance is being drawn in Riyadh, in Cairo, in Algiers, in Rabat and beyond. In capitals seeking their own shields, the question is no longer who owns the bomb, but who is protected by it. The choice is simple. Stand under the umbrella or stand exposed. Saudi Arabia has chosen. Egypt opens its doors. Algeria weaves its alliances. The Gulf balances east and west. Morocco extends its hand westward. Every nation now asks the same question. Which umbrella fits? The world is watching. The powers are alert. Washington fears losing control. Israel fears losing superiority. The Arabs are learning a new lesson. Time doesn't wait, and the bomb is not just a weapon. It's leverage, it's deterrence, it's the shadow of power itself. In this age of deterrence, those who don't own nuclear weapons will buy a giant who does.